It's a bit like I have 3 different accountants, for example, for the businesses. I have tax accountants and I have advisors, accountants. I have a guy from London School of Economics. All sounds like it costs me a fortune. Effectively, they save their own fee. And it's a bit like what Alan does. So I think effectively he's making us more efficient and effectively saving his own fee. So look at it as an essential service as part of your business in future. We'd kind of lost a little bit of direction. So I was running the business. The business, I have to explain, started 25 years ago. And I had taken over the managing directorship of the business in 2017. And my business partner, who is absolutely brilliant, I've got to say, hello Dave, very, very technical, but we both felt that we needed a little bit more coaching, a little bit more mentoring, a little bit more commercial steering to where we wanted to go with the business. So in fact, we really needed to make a 5-year plan on where we were going. So I was looking for a bit of coaching and a little bit of mentoring. Yeah, I think the problem is you just sort of get wrapped up in a bit of a circle, which is, how are we going to move forward, what are we moving forward, and then doing that daily firefighting with issues, with problems, we're trying to get new staff in, we're trying to deal with staff, anything and everything. And you don't really have that plan. You just sort of have this survival technique, you could say, in business, and you don't really move forward. Yeah, it was basically that, because as everybody knows, when you're running a business on a daily basis, you are busy. If you're doing it properly, you're very busy. It's very, very stressful, and nobody actually takes the time to think about doing any coaching. Whereas actually I'm in a kind of lucky position, because my wife also does a little bit of professional coaching in a very different way to what Alan in fact does. But it made me think quite a lot that maybe this is something for me. Maybe this is something that will help steer the direction of the business in future. Biggest impact overall, I say, really is the planning, making us think, and they're making us look at a long-term future for the business. And also one of the things which kind of had struck me at the beginning of the business that Alan's really pushed upon is renewable income. So for example, we've gone more into doing technical support on renewable income contracts. So we've got rolling contracts every month now with hundreds of clients, which, once you can see that really does boost the business. It's something that in business is ever evolving, clearly, but when we go from week to week, we re-examine those goals, but we're still aiming for the main goal, which is for me to make loads of money and retire. Now Alan will literally jump on everything I've said the week before. He's written it down, says to me, what have you done this week? What do you feel like talking about? What do you need to? And it's almost like sometimes I feel like having a therapy session as well, because I can't go and scream at my fellow directors, really. I'm not that kind of a guy. But Alan and I will talk it through if there is a point that I'm going to scream at the directors, so that really helps me. I think the turnover has definitely increased about 20% since we've started with Action Coach. And we've actually, more to the point, we've had to go through COVID, we've had to go through Brexit, and our staff team, I think when I started with Action Coach, was only 4 people, we've now got 11. Profitability, definitely, because I've realised a couple of things, which is some of the fundamentals, again, of Action Coach, which is cash in the bank, not with the customers, and that's made a huge difference to our turnover as well. We're moving on to other projects really now. So the main core business is working pretty well, so we're moving on to diversification. So last year, for example, we set up a training centre. Now I'm going on to set up electric vehicle and battery testing centres throughout the UK. What Alan actually says to me as well, you need to take some time off. That's part of your plan. And again, for someone who runs small businesses, that's never part of the plan. You don't really think about that. You actually think to yourself, and this is usually the mindset of a small business owner, I'll do the time off when I've made the business successful. And actually that's the reverse of what you should do. You should have a bit of time off, have a bit of step away to get the business running properly.